It's time for a TV talk. The Handmaid's Tale released their final episode of the entire series today, episode 10 of series 6, and really what a show. I wanted just to come on and just kind of talk a little bit about. I've made a couple of videos about this specific season and how that's been going, and I think the season was really, really good and kind of wrapping the story up. But I also was thinking kind of back to, I don't know if you have read the book The Handmaid's Tale. I would highly recommend you do. It's by Margaret Atwood. It was posted decades ago, and it's so excellent. I read it shortly after watching, I think, the first or second season. I went and read it. So I was thinking about that book again recently and thinking about like where that book ended. That book ended June, who Elizabeth Moss plays, ended her story at a certain point. And this basically, the show was able to continue it on and do all types of different things. And in the book, it's very much like, we don't really necessarily know what happens to her, but the show kind of carried on and things like that. So I was thinking back to that, and also I was thinking back to the sequel book that she came out with a couple of years ago called The Testaments, which I read, which was excellent as well. They also, apparently, I learned that they'll be making a new series on the Testaments, and I was talking with someone talking about like kind of how the Testaments, how the book plays out. In that book, you're following Aunt Lydia, you're following Agnes, who was Hannah, June's eldest daughter, and also baby Holly. Not, she's not a baby in the book, but Holly or Nicole, and she has a different name in the book because she's kind of, the Gilead wants her back. Anyways, let me not go too down that rabbit hole, but I was just thinking about that this past week as it was wrapping up, and also just in terms of like as we were getting to the point in the series. If you haven't watched the series up to this point, maybe don't be here. But towards the end of the series, we were getting to the point where the handmaids were going to rebel, and we eventually saw them liberate Boston, which was really great. And from the wedding with the handmaids kind of like starting it kind of then. Obviously, they've been revolting and rebelling all along in this series, but specific actions that they were doing, and then Lydia helping them out a little bit and letting them basically leave the Red Center, and up to the episode last week where we saw Commander Lawrence sacrifice himself, we saw Nick die, we saw a bunch of the commanders die in that plane explosion there. And then this last episode was kind of like really wrapping up things, and also they were kind of hinting at kind of ways, saying to June like, you should write this stuff down, you should write your story down. I think it was kind of an interesting thing. The book is in first person, so it's not like it's like her telling it, but it is, she's the main character of the show, so I guess it kind of makes sense in a way. But I don't know, I just thinking about Handmaid's Tale, I think it's such an incredible series. It's an incredible book, like I mentioned. If you haven't watched it, you really need to watch it. Keep recommending it to people. I believe series 1 through 6 are all really worth watching. It's a heavy show. It's not really a show you want to binge, but what a great job everyone there has done with the show.